It's surprising.
Ianson has struck out 4. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third.
Ianson, a guy who, based on his small sample size with LSU this year, gets better as the game goes on. And he got out. He worked out of a major jam last inning, bases loaded, 1 out, to just give up the 1 run. That was a reset button.
Lovich and Lawrence will follow. That pops the mitt for a strike. Piccarelli is working ahead now. He's 0 for 1.
They have that extra long glove, and
that ball looked like it drew grass to me.
Either way, that's a heck of an effort and a great job by Pearson, whether he caught it or not. I think he's telling his bullpen guys, nah. I thought I read his lips as he looked over his shoulder to his teammates over there in that LSU bullpen.
You know what? I'm still going to put a star by that one in my scorebook.
Well, you should. I mean,
but that ball appeared very clearly to hit the grass in front of the, just inches in front of the glove on the replay. Here's Lovich. He struck out in his first at bat. There's no doubt about this one. A 2-hopper skips through the right side.
Closed up stance. He dives into the ball a little bit and just lets the ball travel. You know, yesterday he had a
strikeout number 5.
We talk so much about the good breaking ball by Ianson, but when he locates that, I mean, look at that 93 outside edge. Well done on the 1-2 count. Hitter probably looking for off speed, instead just gets beat by the fastball.
This brings on Seals. He had a base hit last time and scored the only Missouri run. Ianson has followed that 15 strikeout performance against North Alabama with 5 tonight. And we play in the 4th inning. 3-1 Tigers. Lovich has swiped a couple of bases this year. That pops the mitt for a strike. The outfield is pretty deep and mostly straight away for Pierre Seals.
You see, Seals has the 1 home run in the season that came last night.
He sends a screamer to left field, and this one's going to bounce a couple of times against the wall. Lovich stops at third. Seals pulls. He's 2 for 2.
Well, he's been seeing it well. Couple of hits today, had a homer yesterday. I mean, he is locked in the left field. Seals, a senior out of Memphis, Tennessee.
That's his 4th double of the season. And we will have another gathering at the mound with Keegan Knutson scheduled to bat.
LSU does have Connor Ware, the junior lefty, up in the Tiger bullpen getting hot if needed. Big 6'4" left-hander out of Pearl River Community College.
And Ronnie, let's get a quick update of softball. They've moved to the top of the 4th inning, and LSU still leads Kentucky 3-1 on the 3-run home run by Bergeron. So we are back to play. Top of the fourth. The tying run is at second base. That's Seals. Lovich is at third. Knutson struck out in his only at bat.
Well, Knutson represents the number 9 batter in the lineup. He's hit .238. If he reaches base, you start back at the top with Goldbeck, the lefty leadoff, and I think you would probably see Connor Ware enter the game at that point. So it could be the last batter that Ianson faces today.
He falls behind with his first 2 pitches. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. A critical moment in the game for both teams. That's foul past first.
Knutson had 3 hits last weekend on March the 7th. Mentioned his name as one of the guys that the players follow. He does everything the right way, and that time put his team on top with a big blast. It's gotten hot the last week of the season, limited at bats coming in today, but that time delivered when they needed it most.
And we will have a pitching change right here as Missouri reaches Ianson for 1 in the third and adds 3 more in the fourth on a 3-run home run by the 9-hole hitter Keegan Knutson, his first home run of the season. We'll come back in just a moment. Connor Ware makes his 5th appearance of the season. His record is 1-0 with a 7.5 ERA. He's been throwing mostly short relief, 9 2/3 innings, 5 walks, 15 strikeouts. And he's only given up 6 hits.
Well, Connor Ware is a guy who, you know, they had high expectations for going into the season. He was so good in the fall and inter squads and whatnot, and there's a lot of upside in this young man. 17 innings a year ago in junior college, ERA under 2. We're going to see the fastball is going to be in the low 90s. Couple of good breaking balls. It's just has to come in throwing strikes, command the zone. If he's feeling good and confident and can command the zone, his stuff's plenty good enough.
He pitched 2 seasons at Pearl River Community College in Poplarville, Mississippi. Everybody was lucky to survive that pitch.
Well, LSU was lucky that just didn't hit the batter, because I thought it did. It's like they're going to show bunt, and boy, that just missed the shoulder. Hernandez doesn't catch it or fully, and it hits off of the umpire. So the next one needs to be right down the middle, because you're not going to get a call. Whenever you nick the umpire, you got to be good on the next one.
He misses, 2-0. 2 outs, the bases are clean. A 3-run uprising for Missouri here in the fourth. And a drive to right field. Pearson coming on. This time he cleanly makes the galloping grab. And that's it for Missouri. Libbert, for the first time, is working with a lead. Milam dribbles 1 foul. He flied to center field last time.
Now, super important in for Libbert. You know, his team has been swinging a hot stick. 7 hits through 4 innings for Missouri, 4 runs. And now it's up to him to kind of make sure if LSU gets him, they earn it. Not walk anybody. Attack these hitters and let your defense play behind you, because Big Mo momentum is clearly in that third base dugout at the moment.
The 1-2 pitch. Milam fights it off. And the Monster lets that one pass. That levels the count at 2.
Boy, the Monster with a lot of swag, huh, Lynn? He's got the high top spikes, the pink sleeve, the orange batting gloves, the camo Marucci bat, and the gold chains. Well, he's way cooler than you are, that's for sure.
Much. Not many people can wear that many colors.
And pull it off and play at a high level.
Right. The 3-2 pitch. He earns a walk.
Well, that's exactly what Carrick Jackson did not want to see. Right after your team has this great offensive inning and trailing, 3-0, come back, take the lead. You want that pitcher to go out and pound the strike zone, and LSU did a nice job of getting that leadoff walk on, and they normally come around and score about 50-60% of the time in college baseball.
Now there are 2 aboard as Jake Brown is hit by a pitch.
Well, we'll see the bullpen get going in a hurry for Missouri now.
And as you speak, the Missouri Tigers are getting people loosened up in that bullpen. That's a breaking ball that just had no bite to it. Missouri doing everything it can to extend the warm-up time of its bullpen. I don't think we'll see a change right here, but it may not be long in coming.
They don't have a hot arm yet, but the catcher's putting on gear. You got some stretching going on. You're going to see, it looks like that's number 25, that Brock Lucas, the junior righty, will be the first guy to get loose and ready to go. Now Luis Hernandez is coming to the plate for the Tigers. Yesterday he had a second home run of the season. Remember, a year ago, over 20 blasts at Indiana State. And he hit it out to left center near the Tony Sashery sign yesterday. Let's see if he's got anything. And the wind is sort of blowing just a little bit out to center field.
Well, he's been stinging the ball in the last week and a half or so. Hernandez has hit safely in 4 consecutive games. He fouled out to his counterpart behind the plate last time, and he hits a rope deep to left field. It's grabbed a step away from the wall by Daniels. Milam alertly moves to third.
Now he just missed it. He almost hit it too well then. Probably got a little bit more right and needed to get under it just a touch. Instead, he hits a stream of milk out there to left field. Milam, nice job just moving up.
Jake Brown held on at first. Hernandez tattooed that ball, but he couldn't get it over the head of Daniels.
Remember last time up, Michael Braswell with executed a suicide squeeze perfectly. We got the same pitcher and the same hitter, and a similar opportunity here.
A breakdown defensively for Missouri. That was a sacrifice bunt, no doubt, but nobody covered first base for the Missouri Tigers.
2 RBI.
So a suicide the first time, it was successful. A safety squeeze this time, it was successful. And we've got a brand new ball game. By the way, Ronnie, the Tigers have done it. We talked early about the possibility of hitting for the cycle, and that's exactly what LSU has done. It's got 4 hits, and in order, a home run, a triple, a double, and a single.
There you go.
That's a rarity, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
The pitch to Stanfield. Off the mark.
If you're an LSU fan, you like to see them have three cycles tonight.
Yep. Brown at second base. Braswell behind him at first. And a strike to Stanfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 in. LSU has scored in 3 of the first 4 innings. Missouri has scored in twice in 2 of the first 4. And the pitch. That's a good take.
Boy, that one was really close.
It really was.
The 2-ball, 1 strike pitch was called a strike up in the zone of, I thought, the same spot. And that was called a ball.
Here's the payoff pitch with 1 out. The runners are not moving. An out at third. There's a chance for a double play. High throw, but it pulled the first baseman off the bag. Nicoletto was not able to get that toe back on the canvas. So Stanfield is safe on the fielder's choice. A 5 unassisted put out for the 2nd out.
Now this was an opportunity for Missouri to get out of the inning, and instead they're not able to do it on the errant throw. It won't go as an error, but Nicoletto over there at first base listed as 6 foot. I'd like to put a tape measure on him. It might be more like 5'10". The Australian not able to catch it and get back to the bag in time.
Here's Curiel. Steve, strike 1. He has walked and scored and grounded out. 2nd to 1st to end the 2nd inning. Braswell and Stanfield on base. That was not Curiel's best swing. A good pitch by Libbert.
One of the better breaking balls of the day by Libbert.
Ooh. Curiel is hit, and that loads the bases. That's 7 times in 13 innings. Make it 12 innings that the Tigers have been hit by a pitch.
Is that the 2nd or 3rd hit by pitch today?
I think it's the 2nd. Brown was hit. Curiel was hit. The crowd starts to buzz. The bases are loaded, and the Bear ambles his way to the plate.
Yeah, we're going to have a pitch and change. You know, they're going to make a move to a righty, to a fresh arm to face Jones, because Libbert looks like he is kind of teetering right here, and this is probably the right move by Carrick Jackson to at least take, give yourself a chance with a fresh right-handed arm.
Worked 3 2/3 innings, and we have a pitching change right here. We'll take a time.
Now Brock Lucas, tell you a little bit about him so far. He's a guy who's he's going to a couple of different places, which is really interesting. A number of Mississippi State, A&M, Memphis, and now Missouri.
He's allowed 22 hits in those 17 innings, an ERA of near 7. He's allowed 4 home runs and 3 doubles. But his task is to face Jared Jones, and the crowd is buzzing. Jones waits, leans back, and takes a cut and nubs one foul. He's hit safely in 4 straight games. He's 0 for 2 tonight. A fly ball to right field, a pop up to the shortstop. Here comes the LSU cheer.
Now that's the preseason All-American.
Check it. And let me correct myself. It's Curriell at third base.
You know, Jones came back to LSU for these moments, right? And they were glad he did. Bases loaded, a couple of down. That pitch was in earlier this year. Correction on the pitcher just came in. I was talking about another reliever. There's Lovett, who went to a couple of different stops, played for Carrick Jackson at Memphis prior. This young man on the bump, Lucas, played for Missouri last year, was a big part of their bullpen.
And Ronnie, how about Jones with the bases loaded this year? He's 3 for 7, and he's now driven in 6 runs.
I think LSU offensively as a whole with the bases loaded this year has been sensational.
Dickinson. That's called a strike. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Milam has scored.
This lineup,
Braswell has scored. Stanfield has scored.
Lineup does not give you any room to breathe. You get through Jones and okay, we faced the big guy. He kept it in the park, and then all of a sudden, another high draft pick, preseason, All-American, and Dickinson steps to the plate.
He sent a screamer into Knutson's glove at third and flied to right. That's a strike in the bottom part of the zone. Will Libbert went 3 2/3. He was lifted here in the 4th. Three and 2, 2 outs. Jones will be moving from first base. Pearson is on deck. We will do it again with a full count.
Now Lucas this year has given up a few more hits than he would like. A year ago he had 18 appearances, a 4-0 record. Worked 39 2/3 innings for Missouri, and one thing he does do is throw a lot of strikes. 17 punch-outs, 5 walks coming into the day.
That screamer bounces off the base of the premium seats down there on the left side.
Those premium seats are pretty nice, but they eat up a lot of real estate down there. Imagine being the visiting team. What a tough bullpen it is, right? You got the fans on one side giving you a hard time. You got fans behind the catcher.
There's ball 4. The bases are FOT, full of Tigers. LSU is batted around, and it's Josh Pearson coming to the plate. He had a 2-run home run in the first. He flied to right field last time. This is the 9th LSU Tiger to come to the plate. Batting .349 as he stands in.
Probably not, Lynn. I've had some hit off of me that hard, but
well, I didn't think I needed to mention those.
And Josh Pearson, his freshman year, which was the 2022 season, had 8 home runs that year. He had 4 as a sophomore and had 8 last year. And already he's at 3.
He's only been to the plate 3 times with the bases loaded this year. One of those times he hit a grand slam home run. Not this time. A chop routinely to second base. Almost a wide throw. But it's caught by Nicoletto, and the inning is over. But the Tigers regain the lead. with 3 in the 4th, and we move forward. LSU 6, Missouri 4 in the middle game of this series. With Missouri scoring 3 in the top of the 4th and getting its first run in the 3rd.
I bet you didn't think, Lynn, after a couple of innings, LSU's up 3-0. Ionson's in total command, that this game would turn out to be like this. Both starters out of the game. Neither made it past 4. And we've got 12 hits and 10 runs in this ball game.
Missouri's MO this year, that kind of works since that's the abbreviation as well. But Missouri's MO is pretty decent hitting, not so good fielding, not so good pitching. This is a towering fly ball and some miscommunication out there, but Stanfield catches it with Pearson approaching. It looked like Pearson was calling for it, but Stanfield somehow made the catch.
The center fielder be a little bit more aggressive, right? Because they're the quarterback. They are the one in charge. The center fielder is the one who sort of dictates to everyone else who's going to catch the fly balls.
So Cerna is retired, and Nicoletto, who has an infield hit and a sacrifice fly to center field, comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. We are delighted you have chosen to spend some time with us on this gorgeous Saturday evening as it unfolds in Baton Rouge. Call a buddy or two and let them know the game is on. Make sure they are among the audience. We've got a good ball game working. LSU 6, Missouri 4. The Tigers won 12-5 yesterday.
Well, that miss was way up there by Connor Ware.
LSU has been out hit 7-5, but has a 2-run advantage.
Ooh, right off the helmet.
Yeah.
That's not going to give Jay Johnson a lot of confidence. These misses just on fastballs have been sort of all over the place.
Listen to this. Well, we didn't have the sound up, but that was a conk. There it is.
Ouch. Caught him just right, though. Nicoletto was fine, and I think LSU's buying some time for William Schmidt, the freshman righty out of Catholic High, who's warming up in the bullpen. Schmidt only threw 1 inning on Tuesday, and so he's more than available and ready to go.
There's that bullpen shot. That bullpen is located under the bleachers in the extreme right field corner of renovated Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field. You know, another venue that got renovated was the Auburn Field, and it's kind of similar to this now. They put a deck up on that Fenway Park replica left field fence. They put a deck up there, really nice, and also some premium seating like LSU has done at field level. Ronnie, just think of all the changes that have been made in the venue since you played. I mean, it's like going from the sandlot to the major leagues.
I mean, Auburn back in the early 90s, as good of a team as they've had at different times throughout the years. And, of course, you go back to the 80s with Bo Jackson, Frank Thomas, Greg Olson. It was like a high school field back then. And now it's not a giant ballpark, but Plainsman Park is beautiful.
Every seat there is chair back, and it only holds right at 5,000 or so. But great sight lines. A lot of palaces are available for SEC baseball. Brock Daniels with a 1-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. No, he got a little piece of it. Daniels is from St. Louis. He had a first inning single and a third inning fly out to center field. Connor Ware rocks, he fires, he misses with a breaking pitch.
Just missed in the upper part of the strike zone.
Piccarelli is on deck.
And his confidence and all, and as well as another lefty's on deck. So Jay Johnson's hoping that Connor Ware can get through these lefties.
That's his first strikeout tonight. The starter Ianson had 5. That's a high zone bender for a strike. 3 homers for this young man. 14 driven in and a solid average of .355. 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out. And he sent that sinking liner out to right field that was ruled a catch by Josh Pearson, with Pearson leaving his feet to make a diving catch. The replay may have shown otherwise. That will allow the runner to move up. That's a wild pitch. That one got into the dirt before it got to Hernandez. Piccarelli out of Eureka, Missouri. Hernandez makes sure all the equipment is in place, and he squats to receive the 2-1 pitch. Lovich is on deck. 2 outs. A 2-run lead for the Tigers of LSU. Steve right. That one would have been a strike on a bowling alley. The head pin would have gone first.
Now Piccarelli, one of the top recruits out of the state of Missouri a year ago, off to a good freshman year, could help his team in this spot.
Look at his stance, Ronnie. He's very casual. He almost faces the pitcher.
Yeah, and
then closes it just a little bit with the delivery on its way.
Yeah, he had 443 last year in high school, gotten off to a good start this season, and very open stance, the hands down, just kind of, as you mentioned, casual approach, wants to see the pitcher really well, and then as he lifts his leg, he closes up.
Piccarelli strikes out Connor Ware, comes back to leave.
In the country, different polls. Just a shocker that the struggles they've had early on in the season. Now 10-8, 0-2 to start SEC play.
Milam hits it to his counterpart. A wild throw from shortstop. Lovich missed by a lot.
Yeah, this is just every once in a while, ball just slips out of your hand completely, and that's exactly what happened. It's a routine ground ball. Even had a Sunday hop there at the end, and Lovich just airmailed it.
And they're going to give him second base on the overthrow.
What a costly,
as the ball went into out of bounds territory. That's what the Missouri coaches were talking about before the game yesterday. Their defense has been very unsure. Here's a drive that is foul in the corner in right field.
Now Missouri, through 17 games, Lynn, had 23 errors. compared to LSU through 19 games, 13 errors.
That's high to Jake Brown. He's tripled and scored. He was also hit by a pitch. Hernandez is on deck. LSU is trying to extend a 6-4 lead. Brown is from a place in Louisiana where they play a lot of good baseball and softball. But that Lake Charles Sulphur area for a long time has been known for state championship teams, contenders, and a lot of good ball players.
Now Jake Brown too, he has transformed himself from the first year to his second year. Got much strikeout from Missouri, but he's a guy who's just probably, I don't know, 20 pounds more, 10 pounds more, but all muscle. That time that sinker just got underneath the bat.
To punctuate your point about the Missouri defense, before today it was fielding at a 962 clip, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, you need to be 970 or above as a team. LSU, on the other hand, 979.
Hernandez homered last night, 0 for 2 so far tonight. He fouled out to the catcher and he lined out. He hit the ball very hard last time and sent a screamer into the glove of Daniels in left field. He loaded up but missed on the swing.
Pretty good sinker right there. We've seen a couple of those. That was 84 miles an hour at the bottom, fell out of it.
There's a fly ball to deep center. Seals is retreating, now moves to his right. He's got it. Milam tagged at second base and scoots up to third. Milam has excellent base running instincts, doesn't he?
Definitely technically sound and made it easily. No, you know, sometimes you could say, well, why with one out would you go ahead and tag up in that situation? It's like, well, if you read it off the bat correctly, and once you see the outfielder is positioned behind the baseball, go ahead and tag up. He made it easily without a throw.
Now he can score on a pass ball, a wild pitch, an error, a balk. Braswell has bunted twice and produced 2 RBI with those bunts. A sacrifice bunt on a suicide squeeze in the second, and a safety squeeze was successful in the fourth. 2-0. The outfield is very, very deep in left and right. And I'm talking about just a couple of steps away from the warning track. Steve, right, 2-1 on Braswell.
Well, there have been a lot of conversations between hitters and the home plate umpire, Matthew Wilbanks tonight. As people are, was that up? Was that good? Where'd you have it? That's the very nice way of questioning a call.
Yeah, that's a safe way of doing it. It's the gentlemanly way to do it.
Correct.
That's the way you do it in genteel fashion. And it keeps you in the game. That's nub foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner at third in Milam. LSU leads by 2. Brock Lucas came on in relief in the 4th inning. That wind has picked up a little bit and blowing left to right, out toward right center field for the most part. The 2-2 pitch, high and tight. Milam takes a safe lead from third. That takes a left turn just before it gets to the bag, and it's a foul ball.
Keegan Knutson with a nice little play, even though it didn't count. Foul territory. I mean,
let's go back and look at Braswell's perfect execution of the 2 bunts earlier.
Now the suicide laser to left.
Milam reached on that throwing error by the shortstop and later came around to score. It's an unearned run, but the Tigers will gladly pad their lead, which is 7-4. And now Stanfield.
Talking about the night Braswell's had. He started off the game batting 171 in the season. Now he's up to 216.
Still a ways to go for him, but 3 runs driven in a variety of fashions. And the pitch high. And now LSU has scored in 4 of the 5 frames. Lucas to the plate. Stanfield had a double in the 2nd inning, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 4th. He hit .276 last year for Auburn as a sophomore. This finds room on the left side. A base hit for Stanfield, his 2nd of the game. Next year, Stanfield tied for the Auburn lead in multi-hit games.
Now the bottom of the order has been mega productive for LSU. Braswell, we talked about his night. Stanfield with a couple of base hits at the bottom as well.
Yeah, they've driven in 3, those by Braswell. And Stanfield has doubled, scored, and singled. Stanfield now has 6 multi-hit games in an LSU uniform. Here's Curiel at the top of the order. He has walked, he's been hit by a pitch, and he's grounded out. He doesn't have a base hit, but he has extended his on-base streak to every game this year. That's pretty good, Ronnie.
Sensational. You know, he's the preseason All-SEC freshman of the year. And it's early, but there's nobody making more of a case for that title than he is.
So in every college game he's played, he's reached base. A nice play by the 2nd baseman Lawrence, moving to his left. He retires Curiel. But LSU adds to its lead on an RBI.